Hey, this is just a little vloggy, updatey, personal kind of video in case something was to ever happen or my kids. I'm shaking really bad this morning. Let me try to steady my hand. So, Saturday, when I was not riding around, but it's a trip to go to the big town to get some boots in the grocery store. And it's about a 30-minute drive if I'm not driving. And depending on the traffic. Tyler, Texas is a pretty big town in East Texas. And when I'm riding, I'm thinking, and I was thinking to myself, I want to go back to work. I think I'm ready. I was high. I had to have been high to be thinking this. I was thinking about how much I miss taking care of people. I know, right? I'm still trying to take care of myself. But you don't understand. Or maybe you do. If you've ever been a caregiver, you'll understand. I mean, for a trade. Something you wanted to do. And the reason I went into doing it is because I knew, as a young girl, that we're all slaves. I knew. But what could I do that doesn't make me feel like a slave? I'll take care of people because I like taking care of people. I like to help people. I want to heal people. So when I was 20, 21, 22, 23, somewhere in there, I started becoming a caregiver. It was an honorable job. It was a humbling job. And you may have went home being mad at your coworker, but you never went home being mad at your job. Because it wasn't just a job. And it made me feel good. It gave me a certain kind of life, purpose. It made me feel good. And I've been out of work for like 4 years. I was out for a year because, no, it's been almost 5 years, because I was having a breakdown. And I'm just going to call it that because that covers a big subject. And I'm not going to talk about it. And then I hurt my back 3 years ago. Severely. It's severely hurt. And I'm not going to go into that because I have many times. What I want to talk about is what happened yesterday. So, my mother-in-law, she's about 80 years old, and we didn't get along because she's crazy. She's just slap crazy. And she talks about people, and she's mean to people, and she's just mean. She is. She's shot people. She's mean. I mean, she's just mean, trust me. And I didn't want to be involved in that negativity, and so I just stayed away from her. When I saw her condition a couple of weeks ago, I almost shit. This is a woman that always took care of herself. She did her own hair and everything. You know, she always had to have her hair dyed and taken care of. She weighs about 80 pounds soaking wet. But let me tell you, she can handle a rifle. She was something else. She's something else. She's got a mouth way worse than mine. Okay? Well. So yesterday, my husband went and picked her up. Got her an outfit and some socks. And grabbed up a bunch of her clothes because she has a serious problem over there with her water drainage. And I won't go into that either because it's just obviously so gross. We want to get her out of there, but she doesn't want to let go of her dog. She needs to go to assisted living. But in the meantime, somebody's got to do something with her. And nobody knows, and everybody's afraid. Except for Angie. So he brings her here. And of course, I'm hopped up on my medicine and my edibles. And I think I got this right. And I help her get her bath and wash her hair in the sink. When I got to washing her hair, I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to be able to do this. My back was killing me so bad. And I'm short. I'm 5 foot tall. And so, you know, I couldn't reach around to the other side. It was really hard. It was so much harder than I thought it was going to be because it just was. So we got her hair done and dried, and then I colored it for her. And even did a load of her laundry and everything. And then when it was all done, my husband took her home, took her by the Dairy Queen to get her a Coke, because back in the day she'd come to town, and our town is little bitty, it's like 1,500 people. But that's coming to town for her. For me, going to town is going to big town. But we're all in subdivisions around by the lake and stuff. And, you know, little homes and cabins and trailer homes and stuff in the pines and the lakes and the rivers. So when she'd come to town, she'd always go to DQ with her dog. And they'd both get a Coke. Her dog would get his own glass. And yes, he drank it. And she thinks her dog is a human. So anyway, he took her by and got her a Coke and took her home. The lady lives on cupcakes and Coca-Cola and weighs 80 pounds. She's always been this way. Always. I've been with him 15 years, and she's been this way ever since I've known her. And he said that she's been that way since before then. Her whole life. So anyway, by the time I was done, I was in tears. Even with the pain medicine, I was in so much pain. And I crashed. And I slept like 12 hours. And I woke up and I thought, I'm useless. I may never go back to work. Not where I want to. And if I can't go where I want to, I don't want to go at all. I don't want to be a slave. I want to do the God work, not man's work. And another thing I was thinking about was sometimes, and I try not to do it in the comments, but I know I do it texting to my family, and they laugh about it. But sometimes they get frustrated because I'll talk text. Well, I don't do it with this phone, but I used to do that. But I also use shorthand, which is an old way of writing. And I'm not going to go into the details of what they think about it now. But I was trained, not at school. But when I first started working, I was trained by nurses. who are trained the old way. And this was before everything went online at the hospitals and the nursing homes. You still documented, but paper. It was paper logs and nurses' notes and stuff. And you have to document everything you do or don't do. And you have to document about the patient and what they do when it's, important. It's called CMA, cover my ass. It's a big deal. It's a very big deal. And whether it's covered by the county or the state, they can come in anytime. And I mean, there can be lawsuits from people's families and from the patients themselves. So you have to document everything. And it's just for your own good. It's for their own good. And so sometimes when I'm texting, I forget. And I'll abbreviate certain words like have, HB, and like, the medicine, it's so abbreviated, QID, BID, TID, and every is a Q with a line on the top, stuff like that. And that has stuck with me all these years because I did it daily. I did it overtimely. I worked double shifts, and when it got snowed in, if I was stuck there, I was stuck there. Anyway, so please don't tell me that I'm not useless in the comments. Please don't say that. I know I'm not. But when it comes to working, I need my back. And I think it's just now hitting me. Today is September 7th, 2020, Monday. It's around 11:30 p.m. And I got some thinking and some things to do. I've been trying to get a hold of my lawyer. It was supposed to call me a week ago on Monday. He promised to call me back. Well, the lawyers, it's such a big firm that they give your case to this person and that person. And my case has traveled many hands, and it's on appeal right now. It was turned down. And so I really need this help to get my back straightened out. I'm living on my husband's income, and it's not right. I just need it for a little while. So if y'all could please pray for that, that would be more help to me than you telling me that I'm not useless. I just need some help, and I need a miracle. I want to do the best I can to get back to who I want to be, what I want to do, what I feel is my calling. And if it's meant to be, it'll happen, right? It may be a silly thing, but we all want to feel useful, don't we? We want to feel like we have a purpose. It gets old. And fuck COVID. Go away, COVID. I'm so tired of all this. Hurry up, election. Because I have a feeling that it's all going to go away after that. So sick of it. It's hindering everything. Good Lord. It's been 6 months even since The Walking Dead hasn't been able to air the last episode. Shit. You know I'm a Walking Dead fan. I'm a Deadhead for sure. Not the teddy bear Deadhead. I'm the Walking Dead Deadhead. Not Jerry Garcia. I don't know a whole lot about those. I know what hippie chick doesn't know about Jerry Garcia. I mean, I know who they are, but I just never been a deadhead, that kind of deadhead. I was more of a metalhead. I'm from the 80s, not the 60s. 1973, punks. I love you, Bootlickers. And you that I'm looking at. So, you'll figure it out. You always do. It ain't time's up yet. You're the creator of your own future, Angela. And you're not doing anything but sitting there and getting up and walking around, of course. What can you create with your time? How much do you want it? Put your pride away and ask for it. I'm asking now. To all in the universe and all that is, to the prime creator and the source of all, please help me out. Use my hands. It was always a prayer I said on the way to work. Lord, use my hands. Work me, Lord, work me. Work me, Lord. Isn't that what Janis Joplin always said? Work me, Lord. These hands are yours. Use me to help people. Please. Help me to know how to help myself. In the name of Jesus, I ask this. Amen. I love you. And I love you to me.